What are the culture pillars that we're working on? The culture pillars that we are working on irrefutably is we always have to maintain health and safety. So I have teachers that are in here teaching their tails off, but the classrooms are dirty. The bathrooms are dirty. No fly. We have teachers, we have kids that need to learn, but the morale of the unit is low. Toilet, we're going to lose that. What's another pillar? Staff appreciation. Everybody that works here has to be appreciated, right? What's another pillar? Positive race or culture management. So we're in a new world now in 2025, and we're talking about what is some ethnicity issues that might come up, race and culture, right? I've been places, last year at the back end of the election, the next day I was at a district that was going to be heavily impacted by immigration issues. And it was a concern in the company, but only in a piece of the company. But 38% of our student and family population was going to be impacted. So what did you see? 12% of our enrollment disappears, stays home because they're afraid. See, one thing I don't want any organization to do moving forward, we cannot let ethnic and culture issues, race issues, dictate an organization. So the wise organizations are always proactive. And let me tell you what that's not. It's not implicit bias. It's not the racial tone and those type of things. It is about understanding our population. It's about understanding difference. And it is about us learning how to respect people and work with people from every background. See, that's not theory. See, when you build a culture of respect and appreciation, that's the thing that'll stick forever. If you do race and ethnicity wrong, you'll separate the organization. And we saw this. We have seen this my entire time in the business. If you do it wrong, you'll split the organization in half. That's bad culture management. Another pillar that we have to do, we're talking about positive trauma management. What does that mean? Trauma is real. Most of the districts I work in are active trauma zones. Trauma is everywhere you look, right? In the last 2 weeks, I've been from New York, Brooklyn, Queens, and I've been to LA, Compton, Watts, in a 2-week span, talking to people that are in the business, training people that are in the business, talking to kids, talking to parents, right? You're talking about people have to learn how to manage trauma. The trauma doesn't hijack the learning. Trauma doesn't hijack the building. That's poor culture management. No, trauma is a part of life. And if you keep living, you will have crazy stuff that happens to you. But an organization has to have what I call positive trauma management, not trauma information. That's limited. Doesn't even make sense. That won't get us where we're going. We got to have positive trauma management. Trauma's real. So how do you help people? Right? You got stuff going on, but nothing we have personally going on or our students hijacks the learning. We've got to learn how to manage trauma properly. Positive trauma management. What else have we got? Employee retention. I can't lose my workforce because the culture's messed up, and it happens. I can't. And another pillar is our organization has to continue to grow. Our organization has to continue to grow. So what we're seeing everywhere is that enrollment is down. I asked somebody a couple of weeks ago who was down 118 students over the course of 2 years. Okay, you do the tuition on 118 kids, right? The budget on 118 kids. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. We went from a 600 kid school, we're under 500. Hey, what's going on? Well, hey, what's going on? Well, nobody knows. Oh, they're going to charter. They're not going to charter. We checked. The charter numbers aren't moving. They're going to other schools in the district. What do we? So you don't even know. When you see that enrollment coming down, folks, that is a culture sign. Well, our school used to be over 600 kids, and now we're sizing down. That is feedback. You've got to pay attention. If you're losing students, that is talking to you about your culture. That's a culture pillar. If the kids are not coming to school, I wrote a new book called Closing the Attendance Gap. You close the attendance gap, why are they not coming to our school? What is going on in the culture that a kid or parent believes they don't have to come to school? Those are culture issues. You just can't say, oh, well, it's just how it's not how it is. That means the culture has trained that is that way. This is what we deal with in our program. You got to break culture down and then address them with sound factual strategies. There's ways to deal with it. What do we got? Positive. Kids got to come to school. Positive attendance. What are we looking for positive behavior? No, we're not looking for positive behavior, because what that's saying is you're trying to change people. What you're looking for in a school is what's called appropriate school behavior. What does that mean? That means you know how to act like a student. So my question to you, management, who taught them how to be a student? Who taught them the pillars of being a student? If I asked everybody right now, give me 3 pillars of being a student. You got to teach people how to be students. We lost so much in our value context during COVID. We lost value for work. We lost value for school. These things like became optional, you know? So you have to reteach what you want to see. With a workforce, you have to reteach them. You have to reteach them, hey, man, this is why I need you at school. This is why, hey, I have some schools that are a strong 96, 97, 98% of the staff comes to work every day because those cultures are very strong and those teams work together and they work for their teammates. You could teach that. You can build that. And then we have places where they don't come. That's culture, folks. Culture is what you want to address, not policy. Culture. You got to have policy, but you want to build culture. What's else on there? Student management, knowing how to manage personalities, knowing how to gain cooperation from parents, knowing creating an academic first culture, knowing having test taking culture. That means in the district, we're a test taking culture. What does that mean? We talk and teach tests all year round. Now, there's tons of academicians that hate teaching to the test. They say the test doesn't dictate your success in life. And ladies and gentlemen, you absolutely know that is maybe true in theory. However, test taking skills are a part of the world we live in. Any good career, any good vocation you want requires the test taking skill. So we can teach test taking skills, test taking culture. Listen, I have had the privilege of coaching over 97 A schools, right? A letter grade on their test scores. What are they doing? Test taking culture. What are they doing? They say, well, Jackson, where are they located? In some of the worst neighborhoods in the country. Right. What are they doing? They have test taking cultures about testing, like daily practices of what you do, how you integrate it into the lesson. Test taking is a culture. It is a mentality from top down, and this is how you get scores right. Test taking culture. And most importantly, building trust. These are all culture pillars, building healthy cultures in an organization. Healthy cultures in an organization. When you learn how to build culture, your organization can excel in its bottom line. You can have students learning, testing well, high graduation numbers, and your finances are strong as well. In the new world 2025 and beyond, what people are concerned about with the theory of federal funds being moved and taken, let me tell you, you're getting some egregious information. What I'm going to tell you is if you figure it out properly, you're never going to have a problem getting extra funds. What's happening is the money's not disappearing, the money's being shifted. The language is changing. The rules are changing. The money is actually going to increase. Now, you listen to me, you go listen to everybody else, and you make up your own mind, and you could tell me what somebody else said. I'm telling you what I already know is occurring. The money's not disappearing. The money's being reallocated, renamed, recoded. So that means it's things you're going to have to understand to get hold of the money you need to run your program. I'm not going out of business for any policy. You got to learn the game to win the game. And the game, folks, is culture. Not that stuff that we are out here playing, culture and climate, and we're playing around. Man, we're talking about hardcore getting your organization to a place where it's a great place to work and a great place to go to school. Organizations that commit to culture, commit to it with all of their existence. That means building that positive culture. Those are the winners. And that's what my career, our business has been dedicated to this entire time. So I am Dr. Jesse Jackson III. Excuse me, I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III. And a young person asked me the other day, he said, "Sir, what are you known for?" I am known for helping a building culture and helping organizations to achieve their goals. All organizations have to have goals, and their culture is what allows those goals to be achieved at a consistent high level. In the following videos, I'll be doing a video on office staff culture, security and law enforcement culture, and bus staff culture, and support staff culture. Those will be the follow-up videos to this. This is something that is very, very valuable to all of us. I believe if you are an administrator, a principal, and I can think here now, I probably will have this year about 7 of my schools will have the principal of the year of their district or even their state. I have 3 people that are nominated for principal or superintendent of their state right now. What did they do? I'm a part of their life. What did they do? They committed to cleaning up the culture. There's no way around it, folks. If you are working on that work, these videos are for you. If you need my help, please always let us know and reach out. But please watch all of these videos, gain the knowledge, gain the understanding, and help to build your culture. That's why I'm here. Dr. Jackson, I'll see you in class.